He's back again. It's President Donald Trump. Now he's being criticised for complaining about the American retailer Nordstrom. He said they treated his daughter Invanka unfairly by dropping her clothing brand. Now, should the president be siding with his daughter on what looks like a business matter? Arabella Munro reports.
It rings of a parent complaining of school bullying. America's 45th president attacking US retailer Nordstrom on Twitter, saying first daughter Invanka Trump had been treated unfairly. It was then retweeted by the official presidential Twitter account. The White House press secretary defended the president.
When it comes to his family, I think he's been very clear how proud he is of what they do and what they've accomplished. And for someone to take out their concern with his policies on a family member of his is not acceptable, and the president has every right as a father to stand up for them.
But analysts say this is an abuse of power.
In the old days, when it was just CEO Trump, he might have tweeted these things and that was appropriate. But when you're the president of the United States, all of a sudden it looks like you're trading the power of the position of the president of the United States in the White House for trying to bully a company into doing certain things. And that's not the way public service should operate. We should have a president and we should have government servants that work above reproach and that aren't biased in decisions and determinations and policies that they're making. And this doesn't fit into that type of instance.
The retailer dropped Invanka's products for the next season, saying their sales had been poor. Nordstrom has been a target of the Grab Your Wallet campaign, which calls for consumers to boycott retailers carrying Trump family brands. The campaign's co-founder Shannon Coulter says it supports Nordstrom's decision. The company's shares initially fell after the president's criticism, but later closed up 4% on the New York Stock Exchange. While President Trump has used his own platform on the social media website to target several companies, including General Motors, this is the first time he's criticized a business on behalf of a family member. Invanka Trump has stepped back from the day-to-day running of her company, which is just a small part of the family's wide business interests. Those spread across the world from Scotland to Saudi Arabia, and include hotels and golf courses, as well as clothing, jewelry, and food. And critics say they're concerned this might not be the last time the president uses his position to protect or further his family's interests. Arabella Munro, TRT World.
Well, our editor-at-large, Craig Capitas, joins us now live from Miami. Craig, the official presidential Twitter account, how do they justify using that for this kind of issue? Well,
they can't, Matthew. I've been spending this week at an American Bar Association conference here in Miami, and today at the University of Miami at a seminar on how to cover the Trump administration with some of the greatest lawyers and politicians around. And look, this can't be justified. What the takeaway is, it's added
we've lost
yet
your sound there for a moment.
Back with you.
Yes, you're back. Go for it, Craig.
Okay. Well, what this has done, it's added yet another stunning and dangerous octave to the screeching going on here for to impeach President Trump. It has become exhausting, stressful, to the point that Americans don't know what to make of it anymore. Donald Trump and his family are profiting off the presidency of the United States. There is no question about that. The question becomes when someone in the Congress is going to do something about it, to end it.
Right. I also find it a bit strange that Invanka is to be seen as somebody who needs to be, defended when she comes from a powerful family. Her mother's certainly not shy of taking up lawsuits through the court. Why can't she protect her own interests?
Well, Matthew, I'm going to turn that question around on you, if you don't mind. It's a good question, but those are the kind of questions that Trump wants people to ask here. It gets away from the point that Trump and his family remain in charge of this so-called trust that has been created to exclude his involvement from the running of the company. By every account here, by every lawyer we've spoken to, Trump is still running the Trump Organization and profiting off of the presidency of the United States. Anything else other than that is just side chatter.
Let me ask you then about the other side of this equation, Nordstrom. Are they likely to be damaged or actually have their reputation enhanced by this?
Well, their stock immediately tumbled and then it rose again. And people who had the algorithm to make profit off of Trump's statements made money here. But again, it's getting away from the basic point here, Matthew, and this is key. This is very key. Donald Trump is the president of the United States. If he's going to make an announcement about Nordstrom or any company, who is he talking to about that before he makes the announcement? Because if he is talking to someone, then they could profit off it. It's called insider trading. There's no evidence of it, but, you know, if it smells like a skunk and looks like a skunk, it's usually a skunk.
Craig in Miami, thank you so much for that.